Ciao a tutti, mi chiamo Charlotte e oggi studiamo o studieremo le parole della canzone italiana Amici Miei. Esistono parecchie versioni della canzone, però in questo documento e sotto il video anche metterò il link alla versione cantata da Nicola Di Bari. I love Nicola Di Bari. He's a singer, an Italian singer I found by chance when I bought a cassette tape quando abitavo a Firenze, when I lived in Florence. I bought a cassette tape and I had it in my car, and so there's several, or at least one album of his songs I absolutely love. So I mentioned one last week. I think actually last week, looking back at the handout, I gave you a quote from a Nicola Di Bari song which was in the future tense. I think it was something like Ci rivedremo tra un po'. Ci rivedremo fra un po'. Più presto che potrò. So in that one it was in the future tense. We will see each other again. Ci rivedremo fra un po'. Shortly, basically. Il più presto che potrò. As soon as I will be able to. Ma quelle sono le parole di un'altra canzone. Che vergogna. So I realize now, even though I gave you the name of the song that we're going to study today, which is called Amici Miei, Amici Miei, that means my friends. Amici Miei. The line I gave you is actually from another awesome Nicola Di Bari song, Io sto tornando da te. Io sto tornando da te. You might have heard an English language version of that. I'm coming home to you, babe. Awesome song, but I knew the Italian one first with Nicola Di Bari singing it. So, however, today we are going to look at Amici Miei, il testo, le parole. So the lyrics or the text of the song. I do have my guitar, but I haven't been able to find the precise chords online. Gli accordi. Gli accordi are the chords, like if you want to play guitar or piano, pianoforte. So I've found a few myself, so I'll give you a little idea of what it sounds like, but I'm not going to sing the whole song, but I will put in the link, as I was saying, put in the video description and my handout for club members a link to a version of the Nicola Di Bari song Amici Miei, where he sings it at a good speed, not too fast. So it's something like Amici miei, amici miei. Stasera non verrò, non aspettatemi. Stasera amici miei andrò da lei. So it's a bit like that. Anyway, so I thought that was something like A minor, D, A minor, D, A minor, G, E, and then F. So if you are Italian, you probably know those not as the letters for the chords, but Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, etc. Anyway, that's a different thing. So, Amici miei, amici miei. That's the first lyrics that you hear, and that means my friends, my friends. So, the singer of the song is addressing his friends. This song is sung to his mates. Okay? Amici miei, amici miei. Let's go in there a little bit. So, amici is the masculine version. The masculine plural. So we've got amico mio, if you like, my friend, male friend, my male friend, one of them. Amica mia, female friend, one of them. Then we've got Amici Miei, which is plural. It could either be a bunch of guys or it could be a mixed bunch of guys and girls. If it was my girlfriends, my female friends, it would be Amiche Mie. So we've got the noun in the masculine plural, and we have the possessive adjective, I think it is, in the agreeing with the noun. So it's not mio, mia, or mie, it's miei, miei. So you've got I. Miei. Anyway, so we haven't got I miei amici with the article the, and then my possessive adjective in front of it, and then the noun. It's a little bit different here, okay? So it's kind of, you might hear it this way, but it's kind of more poetic because it's a song. So some of the structures might be a little bit different. You'll see some words missing the final E, which is often the case in poems or songs. Quite lyrical kind of talk, text. Okay. Stasera non vero. Oh, there's a manca un accento qua. Okay, so we were missing an accent there. Verò, verò. Okay, so what I would suggest you do, if you don't do this, or if you're using a computer or a tablet, it's worth starting to do this. So have a look at wordreference.com or a conjugation tool. So I'm just going to type in the verb venire from Italian to English. And if you look for futuro semplice, simple future tense, you'll see that verrà is from the verb to come. Venire is to come, and verrò, così, that's the io form. So it's got a completely irregular stem in the future tense. So that's the verb venire. Anything I put in red here in brackets, that's going to be a verb where the verb in the text is in the future tense, okay? Because my last video was about future tenses of verbs, okay? There's only a few of them here, but it's quite useful. So this evening or tonight, I'm not coming. So my friends, this is like saying, guys, this evening I won't be coming to see you all. Non aspettatemi. Non aspettatemi. Non aspettatemi. Now if you look here, aspettare, what does that mean? Aspettare means to wait. Aspettare is an ARE verb, and it's in the voi form here. Aspettate. Non aspettate means don't wait. So when you do an imperative, like give someone an order, tell them to do something, in the voi form, you've got the present indicative, but you put non in front of it. So if you were saying, wait, my friends, hey guys, wait, amici miei, oh ragazzi, aspettate, that means wait. Aspettatemi, that means wait for me. Okay, so that little pronoun attaches to the end of the imperative there, in the voi form, and we make it negative, don't wait for me, by putting non in front of it. In the to form, if you're telling someone, don't wait for me, don't wait for me, you can do two things. So you can say non, followed by the infinitive verb, okay? Non aspettare, don't wait, don't wait. If you want, you could put the mi in there. There's two places you could put that in the to form. You could say non mi aspettare, or you can say non aspettarmi. So if you're saying don't do something in the to form, singular impersonal form, you use the infinitive. Non mangiare, don't eat. Non parlare, don't eat. In the voi form, however, it would be the same as the voi present tense indicative conjugation with non in front. So don't eat, non mangiate, non mangiate. So that's what we've got here. So he's addressing his friends, remember. That's why a lot of the verbs here are in the voi form, because they're addressing you guys, my friends. Stasera non verrò. So I won't be coming this evening. I will not come. So don't wait for me. Non aspettatemi. Don't wait for me. Stasera, amici miei. This evening, my friends. Andrò da lei. Andrò. So, what verb do you think that is? Andrò. You can see it's got this little grave accent over the O. And it's got that RO ending after the stem of the verb. So, andare is to go. Andrò is the io form in the future semplice. So the simple future tense. When it's a simple tense, that means that you use one word in the conjugation, because there are combined or composto. There's some tenses where you can have an auxiliary and a participle. So for example, if you said I will have gone, I will have eaten, that's the combined future tense using several conjugations of verbs to create the tense. I will have done something. So when you've only got one word conjugated with future endings, that one verb, that's a simple tense. So verrò, hard to do that, isn't it? That R. That's from the verb venire. That's very irregular. Andare in the future tense actually isn't that irregular. It's kept the AND stem, so that is andare, to go. So I will go da lei. Now da and then lei. Da me, da te, da lei, da lui, da noi, da voi, da loro. What am I talking about? You put the preposition da in front of a pronoun like me, te, etc. Lui, lei, and suddenly you're saying to that person's home or that person's house, round hers, going round his place, to her place, to his place, to my place, to your place, to their place, to where they are basically, or where their home is. You could even use it to say, I'm going to Luigi's. You know, that could be a restaurant, or it could be a hairdresser's. Da Luigi, da Alessandra, da noi, round ours. Okay? So, I will go to her, to where she is, to her home. Stasera le dirò. Oh, look, it's another future tense. Dirò from dire, to tell or to say to someone. So that's the verb dire. In the io form, I think all the future tenses here, I think they're all in the io form. Because the singer is telling his friends what he's going to do. And you'll see it's a kind of, it's a love song. Stasera non verrò, non aspettatemi. Stasera, amici miei, andrò da lei. Stasera le dirò. I can't remember how that goes. I think it's quite high actually. Yeah. Stasera le dirò se vuol tornare insieme a me. Ooh, that's quite a long bit, isn't it? Right. Tonight, I will tell her. That le is an indirect object pronoun. So, the object pronouns normally precede conjugated verbs. Sometimes they come at the end of an infinitive, but when they're indirect, like le, that means to her. It's kind of short for a lei. Dirò a lei. I will tell to her. I will say something to her, like I love her. I can't live without you. That kind of thing. If it was I will tell him, I will say to him, this would change to gli. A lui. Okay? Gli dirò. I will tell to him. But here we've got le. Le. That means to her. And that's an indirect object pronoun. I've done a video on them somewhere. You can find lots of information about that online. Anyway, you've got if you say, for example, mi dica, mi dite, tell me it, or tell me, tell it to me, say to me. The me is indirect when it's used with the verb dire, to say or to tell. Mi and ti. So the object pronouns mi and ti turn up all over the place. They could be reflexive if they're used with reflexive verbs. They could be direct object pronouns. They could be I can't think of any verbs, but if you've got, for example, tell me, see me, okay, vedere, okay, vedermi. Mi vedete. Sometimes when I start my Skype lessons in Italian, I might say to my student, mi vedi? Can you see me? Do you see me? Mi comes before the vedi. Vedi is in the tu form, because I talk to my students informally. Mi vedi, the mi is a direct object. You see me. But if we're using an indirect object, like mandatemi qualcosa. Send me something, guys. Mandatemi un pacchetto. Please, you guys, send me a parcel or something. The verb mandare is followed by the preposition a. Mandare qualcosa a qualcuno. You send something to someone. So when you're saying mi mandate qualcosa, I'm saying send something to me. So the mi in front of mandate it functions differently to the mi in front of mi vedi. One's indirect when it's used with a verb that's followed by the preposition a or per. The other one's, that's indirect. Direct is when it's used with a verb that doesn't get followed by a preposition. It's confusing, isn't it? Especially without the written forms. But so there's little words in Italian that they may appear, it's the same word, mi for example, but the functions, grammatical functions are different. Okay? If I remember, I'll put a couple of little search terms underneath the video for you to look up a little bit more. But le is the to her or for her indirect object pronoun. So andrò da lei, I will go to her. I will go to her. Right, so he's talking about plans for the future. He's planning, he's intending. He has the intention of going to her. Da lei, round her place, to where she lives. Stasera, so stasera, this is in the future. It's not very far in the future. You could change these verbs. Non vengo stasera, I'm not coming this evening. You could say vado da lei stasera, I'm going to her house this evening. You could use the present tense, but he's talking about he will do it, he's got conviction. It is technically in the future. This evening is later than now, the present tense, but he's using the future to show his conviction, what he plans to do, okay? And to forewarn his friends. Listen to the rest of the lyrics. I will tell her, I will say to her, se vuol tornare insieme a me, if she, so this is the verb volere in the third person, so this is if he or she wants. If he or she wants. So normally there'd be an E at the end there, but kind of because it's a bit like, this happens in Italian, they miss off letters sometimes, especially E, the letter E at the end of conjugations or infinitive verbs or nouns. We've got a few examples of each of those in here. If she wants to, from the verb volere, se means if. Tornare, that's to come back. Tornare is, in fact the other song that I got the lyrics from was Sto tornando da te, I'm coming back to you. To come back. Insieme, together. A me, to me or with me. So if you want to come back to me, if you want to get back with me, that kind of thing. Tornare insieme a me. Tornare is a useful verb, and here we've got a modal verb followed by the infinitive. That's the useful thing about them. So tonight I will tell her if she wants to come back to me. Basically He's saying, I'll find out, I'll tell her if she wants to come back to me. Because, perché, se lei non c'è, oh, you probably can't see that. Perché se lei non c'è. Listen to all those sounds. Perché se lei non c'è. Io non esisto più. Oh dear me. Poor guy. He's really in love with her. Let's go in a little bit. Have I got some room? Perché se vuol tornare insieme a me, if she wants to come back to me, I'll go and find out whether she wants to come back, get back with me, if you like. Perché se lei non c'è, because, let's put a comma there to make it a bit easier. Because if she non c'è, if she is not there, c'è means there is, but if you've got lei or lui in front, it means if she is not there, okay? Se lei non c'è, if she isn't there with me, io non esisto più. Io non esisto più. Now that could just be non esisto più. I won't exist anymore. Then I just don't exist. I'm nothing without her, this guy is saying. From the verb esistere. And non più means no longer, or no more, or I don't exist anymore, or something along those lines. So non and più, two little negatives there that go around the verb. Non voglio più niente. Oh, that's a triple negative. Non più niente. Non bevo più. I'm not drinking anymore. Okay? Non and più. No longer. Io non esisto più. So the future tenses we've seen here are verrò, from venire, I will come, or non verrò, as the case is here. I will not come. I'm not coming this evening, guys, to hang out with you. So don't wait for me. Stasera, amici miei, this evening, my friends, andrò da lei. I will go to her. Stasera le dirò. I'll tell her this evening. I will. Se vuol tornare insieme a me, if she wants to come back with me, or get back with me. Perché se lei non c'è, io non esisto più. Because without her, I'm nothing. I exist no longer. Okay. Oh, it's pretty sad, isn't it? And here's the next bit. So let's go back up. Now this bit here goes. Ci vuole qualcuno vicino per vivere. Ed io vivo per lei. It's a big crescendo. I can't do it. Ed io vivo per lei. Ci vuole. Ci vuole is from, it means it takes. As in, for example, ci vuole un'ora per andare a Roma in macchina. It takes an hour to go to Rome by car. Ci vuole un'ora. So, or it can either mean it takes, or you need. For example, here, ci vuole qualcuno vicino per vivere. It takes somebody close. Ci vuole qualcuno. Qualcuno is someone. Uno, one. Qual, that doesn't really work. Quale can mean a few different things. Qualcuno is someone or somebody. Ci vuole qualcuno vicino. Someone close. Vicino. That can also mean a neighbour, because a neighbour is close by. Vicino means close. It's an adjective. Qualcuno vicino per vivere. So in order to live, you need somebody close by. Yeah? You need a mate. Ed io, and me, io vivo per lei. I live for her. Now this ed io vivo per lei. When you're speaking Italian, you don't have to use this subject pronoun here, the io, because normally you conjugate the verb. We have the verb vivere here, to live, to exist, if you like to be living. We could just say vivo per lei, I live for her, but he's saying I live for her. He's putting emphasis on himself, the singer is, or the writer. And he said it twice actually. You need someone close to live, like to get by. You need someone close to you. And I live for her. Ed io. Now why is there a D and I? The word and is normally just e. But when it comes before something like io, and you're using emphasis, lui è Dio. It's just, it could lead to confusion actually. Lui è Dio. If you had lui è Dio, and you pronounced Dio rather than ed io, it sounds like, let me write down what it sounds like. Lui è Dio. Lui è Dio. Oh, that's one I've not thought of before. So, he and I, if you like. Lui ed io. That means he or him. Him. It would be him. So lui can mean either he or him in English. Him. Some people would say he, but really I think it's no. If it were he and I, if it were followed by a verb, anyway, him or he. We'll just put both. I know what I'm trying to say, but it's getting off point. And I. He and I. So there's a difference between an emphatic pronoun and like a subject pronoun. Lui ed io. So you put in the extra D so that it's easy to hear and pronounce, so that you know that you're saying ed io. Lui è e anche io, e anche me. As opposed to say, for example, lui è Dio. He is God. He is God. There could be some confusion here, but it depends on how you pronounce the D. Lui ed io. Lui è Dio. Anyway, instead of saying lui è io, which is hard to say, è io, you put in a D. Okay? So it's like to make a little liaison, to make it easier to say. You add a letter. Okay, someone's at my door. Hopefully they don't need me to answer the door. Okay. Ci vuole qualcuno vicino per vivere. So, it takes, or you need someone close to you in order to live. And I live for her. Anyway, in the next bit, in the chorus, in this verse, he's got a little future tense. E se ritornerò. He's addressing his friends, remember? Se ritornerò. And if I will return to, you know, hang out with his mates, e vorrò piangere. If I will return and I will want to cry. So, what do we have? Verrò. So, in the first line, in the second line, stasera non verrò, that's the verb venire, to come. But vorrò is from the verb volere, to want. So, ritornare, to come back again. Tornare, ritornare, come back again. If I come back again and I will want to cry, piangere, piangere. E se ritornerò. Again, look, this is the I will return, I will come back again. We've got the accent going down, the grave accent, which means it's an A sound. Ritornerò. E vorrò, piangere. So here, I think I mentioned in my last video, sometimes when you're talking about a couple of things that will happen in succession, that are linked, for example, if I come back again and I want to cry, in English we use the present tense for both of those clauses, or sometimes we use the future and the present. If I will come back, no, if I come back then I will cry. You know, we can use a couple of different tenses, but it's the present or the present and the future. Here we've got two future tenses. If I come back and I cry, or I want to cry, vi prego. So please guys, he's saying, I beg you, if you like, from the verb pregare, to pray, or to beg. Vi means to you, so I'm asking you basically, please, my friends, amici miei, vi prego di non parlare. So here we've got him asking something, so it's a request using this ti prego or vi prego because he's addressing voi, amici miei, you guys, my friends. Vi prego di non parlare. Here we have, instead of di non parlare, which is to not talk or not say anything actually, to not speak, to not speak. If I come back and I want to cry, I'm asking you guys not to talk or not to speak. Don't speak of it, you know. Don't talk about her. Vi prego di. So, vi prego, pregare di fare qualcosa o di non fare qualcosa. So you can follow pregare di, followed by an infinitive, or a non and then an infinitive. Parlare is missing the E on the end. That's something, like I said, happens in the songs. You had it somewhere else. Where was it? Oh, we got some here actually. So let's look at the next line. So it's in the voi form. He's saying, he's beseeching his friends. Please, if I come back and I want to cry, don't talk, don't say anything, don't speak. Prendetemi tra voi. Just take me between you all, take me among you. So let me back in the circle, if you like. Prendetemi, from the verb prendere, and it's in the voi form. It's got me after it because it's take me among you, literally, tra voi. E sorridetemi. So that's, and that's just the voi form of two ere verbs. Prendere, take me, to take, and sorridetemi, sorridetemi, smile at me. Sorridere, sorridette is the voi form, sorridetemi, smile at me. It's nice, isn't it? So don't talk about her if I come back and I want to cry. Welcome me back into the group. Smile at me. Perché un uomo, when you hear the song, it sounds like this. Un uomo no non può. So it just sounds like he's saying no, 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 which he does a lot towards the end. But here, it's worth seeing the text. Perché un uomo, because a man, un uomo, no, no, a man, no, a man must not. Non può. It's not must not, it's cannot. From the verb potere. Again, it's got that little O with an accent down. A man cannot. Modal verbs can be followed by an infinitive. So the modal verb potere, to be able, or can if you like. Non può. Un uomo non può piangere d'amor. A man cannot cry about love. There you go. Non può piangere d'amor. So here, amore is love. About love, d'amore. But I guess to help it fit in the song, to make it more poetic, a bit like parlar, non parlar, they miss off the final E. They clipped it off, and I quite like that. Actually, you hear it sometimes when you've got the verb fare plus another far sorridere, make someone smile, for example, far ridere qualcuno, to make someone laugh. When you find the verb fare, for example, followed by another verb, far sorridere, far ridere, then you'll miss off the final E of fare. Otherwise it would be fare sorridere, and it's just doesn't roll off the tongue, you know. Right, there is a little bit more to this, so let's see what it is. Okay, then there's a little instrumental. Ed io vivo per lei. There's a nice version by Gene Pitney, actually. He used to sing a lot in Italian. He's got quite a particular voice. but I like Nicola di Bari, so hence a lot of my Italian songs I like are from him. And I live for her. Okay, so a little repetition of that phrase. So we've just seen this, we're going to see it again. E se ritornerò, there's your future tense. Ritornare. Ero, that's just a regular ARE verb in the future. E vorrò piangere, that's irregular, from the verb volere, okay? So in the future tense, and also the conditional tense, the verb volere changes its stem from VOL to VORR. And it's the same when you're asking, say, vorrei un cappuccino, una birra, whatever. So that's maybe a way to remember that vorrò, and it has the accent. That's the future tense stem, okay? And if I will come back and I want to cry, please, it basically means please. I beg you, please, friends, don't speak. Don't speak. Prendetemi tra voi. Take me among you. And sorridetemi perché. Smile at me, because un uomo, a man, no, non può piangere d'amor. A man, no, he can't, he cannot cry about love. And then at the end you've got this no, non può, no, he can't, talking about un uomo. No, non può piangere d'amor. Oh, d'amor. I think that's as low as I can go. How low can you go? Let's take it up a bit. No, non può piangere d'amor. There you go. No, non può. And then right at the end, piangere d'amor, piangere d'amor. And at the end he sounds really distraught. Anyway, so that's what all the no, that just means no. Non può, he can't. It could also mean she can't. We could say, for example, una donna. We could change un uomo, if we wanted to una donna. Non può piangere d'amor. But we all know that women do cry about love, and so do guys. There's nothing wrong with that. But here you could change un uomo, and then non può would agree in the third person singular. So he or she, or one, or someone, or a man, a woman, whoever. Third person singular. Cannot cry about love. So we've got a few future tenses there. I've written the verbs out. Sorry, I've written the text out here. Sorry, my tummy's rumbling. I've just had a cup of tea and obviously haven't eaten enough. So I've got the text here. I've got a link to this video. I'm going to find some lovely online exercises for the future tense and pop them in that link there. And then at the bottom I've got the link to the Nicola di Bari version, which is not too fast. You'll find a few versions on YouTube where it's live, but they're quite fast. So I've got the slower version, which just has a picture, so you see what he looks like, say, in the 70s. But if you go back to the other one, it's a little bit older, like the 60s, and it's a live version. Listen to a few. Look out for the future tenses, there's a few, and look out for where they miss off the E. Vi prego, amici miei, di non parlar, okay? O piangere d'amor. Nicola di Bari actually did a lot of Spanish songs as well, so there's probably a Spanish version of this. So if you're into Spanish, you can check out his Spanish sort of playlist. Let's have a quick look through again, and then we'll finish. See if we remember what it all means. I think I'm getting a bit of a cold. Good thing I work remotely, isn't it? Because no one will be catching that cold from me. Okay. Amici miei, amici miei. My friends, stasera non verrò, non aspettatemi. This evening I'm not coming, don't wait for me. Stasera, amici miei, andrò da lei. This evening, my friends, I'm going to hers. I'm going to find her. I'm going to her. Stasera le dirò. This evening I'll tell her. Se vuol tornare insieme a me, if she wants to come back to me. Perché se lei non c'è, io non esisto più. Because if she's not there, I don't exist anymore. Ci vuole qualcuno vicino per vivere, ed io vivo per lei. So you need someone, it takes someone close by to live, and I live for her. E se ritornerò e vorrò piangere, stasera scusa, vi prego, amici miei, di non parlare. And if I will come back again and I want to cry, please guys, my friends, don't speak. Prendetemi tra voi e sorridetemi perché un uomo non può piangere d'amore. So take me among you and smile at me because a man cannot cry about love. And then, finally, ed io vivo per lei, and I live for her. E se ritornerò e vorrò piangere, vi prego amici miei di non parlare. Prendetemi tra voi e sorridetemi perché un uomo non può piangere d'amore. So there I'm not going to tell you what it means again because I think you know by now. Let's look at the last bit. No, non può piangere d'amore. No, non può piangere d'amore. Piangere d'amore. I hope you liked that. Now go and watch that song or listen to the song. Ascoltate questa bellissima canzone. Secondo me sia bellissima. E poi leggete anche allo stesso tempo il testo, le parole qui, ok? E ci vediamo la prossima volta. Ciao!